course we will look into it. Yes, I'm aware that it's an election year. Keep a hold of your hat, Counselor. Now is not the time to lose your nerve. It would appear that someone has hocked a rose gold wedding ring and matching engagement ring. Sound familiar?
Deirdre Muller.
Press the pawnbroker and see what you can find out. The address is 348 South Main Street. The Muller case goes before the grand jury next week, and the DA does not want any egg on his face. Then get out to the railroad depot on Santa Fe Avenue. We have another poor unfortunate found this morning beside a railroad line. 40-year-old white woman.
Right, Skipper.
Please, don't talk to my breath.
Jamen, folkens, og velkommen tilbage til endnu en case her i L.A. Noire. Det lader til, at vi endnu har et mord på en kvinde, og MO'et, altså motivet, lader til åbenbart at være relateret til en af de andre sager, vi allerede har løst. Lad os se, hvad der sker.
Deirdre Muller's ring. The Emperor may soon have to come to terms with the fact that he's wearing no clothes.
When exactly did you get that book of riddles shoved up your ass, Phelps? Is that what your old man paid college tuition for?
I was door knocking all morning, but I got to make in the car in the end. You can drive.
And where exactly are we going?
You've got to admit, this is looking odd.
Anyone could pawn a ring.
But if you take it along with all of the other indicators...
Cole, Hugo Muller was identified by the school's groundkeeper. He's our guy.
Witnesses have fingered the wrong guy before.
He ran, for God's sakes.
And he always maintained he was set up.
Han har en pointe. Ja, der var en pointe der fra Phelps i hvert fald. Det er korrekt, det sagde han jo. Lad os se, hvad der sker, folkens.
You boys ready? Follow me.
Hun har tøj på. Det var dejligt.
Hard, isn't it?
Yeah. I look after all the rail depots.
What have you got?
The Negro, Nelson Gaines, called it in. I came down here to make sure him and the other guy, Jameson, stuck around.
Jameson found the body?
Something like that. Guy makes me sick.
We'll talk to the coroner. Keep an eye on both of them.
Lad os snakke med ham her.
Detective Phelps and Galloway, homicide. Can you tell me exactly what happened?
We were shutting cars over to the main line when I saw this man here lying on top of this woman. The woman wasn't moving and seemed to be in a bad way.
What time was this?
About 7:30 this morning, sir.
Thanks for your help. Have you given Patrolman Hart your details?
I have, sir.
Thank you. You can go now.
Okay, lad os tage et kig på, hvordan det ser ud. Inden vi lige kigger, skal vi starte med at kigge på hende.
What have we got here?
White female, approximately 40 years of age, lipstick smudges on the face, but no writing, at least nothing legible. A blunt force trauma to the temple, nose, and eye regions. Ligature marks point to the probable cause of death being strangulation.
Any idea of the time of death?
From her temperature, after midnight would be my guess.
Passer meget godt med den video, vi så. Lad os kigge på hende. Hun er ikke ret gammel. Og det har vi så den ring, der er blevet hævet af. Lad os kigge på hendes anden hånd. Hun har godt nok fået tæv hende her. Broken fingernails, så hun har i hvert fald kæmpet. Lad os kigge på hendes ansigt.
Smell?
Very good. There is the usual evacuation smell, but it appears she's been living rough for quite some time.
Very strong smell of alcohol.
Well, the autopsy will tell, but I would assume that she was inebriated.
Can you be more exact about the time of death?
No later than 2 a.m. The state the body was in, a 1 or 2 hour window is the best I can do.
Faktisk så er det ikke så slemt. Man kan ikke se det her. Jeg tror ikke, man kan se det på videoen, men hun har faktisk ikke nogen underbukser på, lader det til. Det lader måske til, at hun måske er blevet voldtaget. Det er lidt svært at se, men det så sådan ud med... det lignede kønshår, det jeg kunne se, men det kan man heldigvis ikke se på videoen, så... lad os se, hvad der er her. Lad os starte med den lyserøde. Evelyn.
Go to the lot and see what they know about her.
That's going to be difficult, Cole. Keystone Studio lot closed back in 41.
Lad os se, hvad der er her. Dan Street, dear Evelyn, I hope this letter finds you in better ways than it was last painted. And we both know what that makes you become. I am writing to apologize. I was heartbroken seeing what become of my little girl and what she is doing to herself. You are destroying your body and your soul with liquor. Evelyn, you've been... Check on yourself. I will... Og så mangler der en del af det. Okay. Ja, der er faktisk nogle mennesker, der slet ikke overhovedet i dag kan læse formskrift. Jeg havde lidt svært ved det. Jeg har haft formskrift dengang i folkeskolen, men det er mange år siden, så det var lidt svært for mig at læse det der samtidig. Lad os prøve at se, hvad det her det er. Ja, kom. Zoom ind.
Maybe someone at Mensch's will remember her.
Mensch's Bar, corner 9th. Okay. Og det sidste vi har, det er den her slip her.
This is a chit for personal items, not booze. It's an angle worth investigating.
Der er i hvert fald rigtig meget på den der. Se om der er nogle clues. De sidder herovre og kigger på noget. Nej. Clues. Der er blod herovre. Kan vi se på det? Blæt, har hendes hjerne sagt.
Blood splatter on the carriage. She must have been struck while standing up.
Looks like we might actually have a couple of witnesses this time. Get their statements.
Okay, lad os se deres statement. Der er en mand her, der højst sandsynligt har en statement.
Detective Phelps, LAPD homicide.
John Ferdinand Jameson.
We need you to answer some questions, John.
If you don't mind, I prefer Ferdinand.
Don't push your luck, knucklehead.
What were you doing to the body, Ferdinand?
Are you sure you won't be upset?
Try me, Ferdinand.
I was kissing her.
What the
It's not
fuck?
against the law.
Shut up.
There's no
Take
law
your
against
beating
it.
like a man.
Turn out your pockets, Ferdinand.
Okay, han er en freak.
Classic Carmine. Is this yours, Ferdinand?
No. I found it near her purse. I thought she could use some lipstick.
Rusty, stop! Don't hit him.
Placing. Interfere with evidence.
You went through her purse?
It wasn't like she needed it. I took a look.
Straight face. Det kan godt være, han er en creep. Men han er nok ret. Det havde
Did you
han.
take any money?
Wasn't any to take. I found her lipstick and her matchbook over on the mat. Not much else.
Discovery of victim's body.
You found the body?
Yes, I did. I work here. I was coming off shift and headed home.
Der skiftede han. Lag mærke til, at han kiggede væk. Han kiggede væk. Og han gør det stadigvæk. Han lyver.
Why didn't you
Doubt.
report the body, Jameson? Do you know how this is going to look to a jury?
A jury? What gives? I could tell that she was dead. I came through here about midnight last night. She wasn't here then.
Let me belt him again.
You're under arrest, Jameson. We'll see how this plays out. Until then, you can think a little on how you'd like to be treated if you were found dead.
I'm telling you, it's not illegal. Me and some friends of mine...
What the...
Get this sack of shit into a cell. I'll deal with him later.
Sure, Rusty.
Jeg håber ikke, at han skulle til at sige det sidste, han var ved at sige der. Øj for satan.
What are you thinking, Ray?
The city keeps tossing us dead bodies. We're just running to catch up.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address on Levine's Liquor, closest store to the Santa Fe Avenue rail yard if possible.
Just a moment, Detective. Closest store would be the one at 939 South Hope Street.
Thanks, ma'am.
Kør en tur. Lad os tage til pawnbrokeren. Først. Pawnbroker, det er sådan et sted, hvor man kan sælge ting. Alt, hvad man ejer, kan man sælge, og så giver han en pris, og så kan man tage prisen eller lade være.
Read that those goddamn Chinese want to sell the relief food that we're sending them?
Yeah, I read about that.
People are starving. They can't do that.
Want to sell the food to fund the civil war against the communists.
Really? Guess that's okay then.
No.
Armies can't fight without food. You spend all your money on weapons, but you still have to have the will to fight. Fortunately, the Reds will win in China.
Watch your mouth. You know what you're saying?
The people of this country overthrew a king. You think the Chinese will balk at an emperor if they are starving?
KGPL to all units. Citizen reports man with a gun. Union and Rockwood Street. Union and Rockwood Street. Unit to handle code 2. Identify.
Code 2 identify. Let's go.
God damn it! I said cough it up. I'm not gonna say it again.
Say på gør.
That's it, old man. I've had enough of your gibberish.
Holy shit.
Give it up! LAPD!
Hands off the merchandise.
Holy fuck, han skød ham bare. Hvor blev han af?
Hurry! You can still catch him.
Ja tak, hvor er han? Han løber derover. Jeg tror, vi prøver at fange ham her, uden at skyde ham, folkens.
There he is. See him?
He went that away.
Han tager nok en gidsel. Jeg tror ikke, han kommer med fredeligt. Jeg prøvede at skyde den ud af hånden på ham, men det kunne man ikke. Nope. He dead.
How can I help you boys?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. You have a rose gold wedding and engagement ring?
David Bremner. Am I gonna get something for this pledge? Gave that bum money, now you guys are gonna leave me short.
How much did you give him?
$50?
Try another number.
20?
Try 10. Feel lucky you're getting it.
I have the rings right here.
What's this mark here?
Maker's mark. Usually traceable. That one came from Hartfield's Jewelry down on Broadway.
Thanks for the tip. this mark mean anything?
Hallmark. Gives you an idea of the quality.
22 karat.
What have you got on the guy who brought these in?
Goes by the name of Percy B. Shelley. Gave an address. 15 Poland Street, London, Tulare County.
Can you give us a description of the man who pawned these rings?
Not sure. Medium height, medium build. Dark hair, I think. Sorry. He just had one of those forgettable faces.
We'll be in touch, Mr. Bremner.
Det var ikke meget, vi havde at gå efter der.
You're behind the wheel.
Lad os tage til baren.
Where are we headed?
We have a problem.
We could have the local troopers check out the Tulare County address.
The address is bogus. Purpose having fun with us. The guy who's been sending the Dahlia letters is also the guy who pawned these rings.
Oh.
How do you figure that one?
Percy Bysshe Shelley wrote the poem that came with the Dahlia letter. If the Dahlia letters are genuine, then the man who killed Elizabeth Short may have also killed Deirdre Muller.
Oh.
And how do we prove that, Phelps? Skipper ain't gonna like this one bit.
We're gonna have to rely on this guy tripping up on his own vanity.
Okay, så Phelps, han ved altså et eller andet, som jeg ikke gør lige nu. Lad os se, hvor det her det bringer os hen. Så der er tydeligvis et sammenhæng, eller et sammentræf, hedder det, mellem to sager her.
Phelps, Galloway, homicide. We need to ask you some questions concerning Evelyn Summers.
I'm Walter Madge. Evelyn Summers? What is it now?
You knew Evelyn?
As well as I wanted to know Evelyn. She's a pain in the ass, always coming in here, cadging drinks, never had any money. She was in just a couple of nights ago.
Did she ever tell you where she was staying?
I don't know. I think she was living rough. She had that kind of stunk about her.
Who did she drink with?
A bunch of these guys. Ask around.
Bunch of these guys, there's only one.
What's your name?
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Mind if I ask you some questions, Mr. McCaffrey?
I'm just a starving writer, detective. What do you want to ask about?
Evelyn Summers, and why she was found beaten and strangled in the rail depot on Santa Fe.
Okay. I see your point.
How well did you know her?
I can't say that I knew her. It was more like I was aware of her.
As contact?
Did you see Evelyn last night?
No, I was at home, writing.
Jeg tror ham ikke.
Do you want to get dragged into this, McCaffrey? Do you want us to get interested in you?
She hung out with this powder puff, James Tiernan. They haunted the public library together.
How well do you know James Tiernan?
I know he works some kind of plebeian job at Rawlings Bowling Alley.
Rawlings. I know that place. Corner of 9th and Grand. A lot of cops bowl there on Tuesday nights.
Criminal history?
Do you have a criminal record, Mr. McCaffrey?
Nothing serious. I've had a few skirmishes.
Jeg tror ham stadig ikke.
You want to save me some time, or do you want me to look up your file?
Industrial disputes, strikes, workers' rights, that kind of thing.
A regular fifth columnist. Nice to meet you, comrade.
Thank you for the information, Mr. McCaffrey.
Det var ikke meget, vi havde at gå efter der. Er der flere, vi kan snakke med? Med ham herovre.
You a friend of Evelyn Summers?
Who's asking?
Very cute. You know who's asking.
I know my rights.
You don't have any. Answer the question.
Evelyn mooches for drinks. I don't have any time for that.
Was that so hard?
Keep writing me, copper.
Okay. Det var ikke meget, vi fik ud af at være her. Hvad har vi så tilbage?
You know the way. You can drive.
And where exactly are we going?
Lad os tage til liggerståren en gang og se, hvad der er der.
We should keep this development with the rings under our hat until we speak with the captain.
We're all on the same team, Rusty.
Chain of command, Phelps. The skipper will decide who needs to know. You got it?
I get it, Rusty. I just don't like it.
What can I do for you?
LAPD, Phelps and Galloway. We're making inquiries into the murder of Evelyn Summers.
Evelyn? She's dead?
You knew Evelyn Summers, Mr.
Robbins. Yes, I knew Evelyn. I was a good friend of her ex-husband. She kept some of her stuff here.
Can you show us, please?
Sure. Come this way.
You got some fine stock here, Mr. Robbins. You know, you let us take some for the road, this case might get solved a lot quicker.
Rusty.
He's joking, Mr. Robbins.
She kept a bed here, but I probably shouldn't have let her. An alcoholic in a liquor store, that was never going to work out, was it?
We'll take a look around. Evelyn was reading Aristotle?
Evelyn wasn't stupid. The only stupid thing about her was her need to drink.
And she was borrowing books from Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Så de kender hinanden. Okay. Han sagde, de ikke gjorde rigtigt.
She wasn't always such a loner.
Ja, der er en hel venneflok der. En bowlingklub.
Rawlings Bowling Alley.
Bum, bum, bum. Det hele falder på plads nu.
Other than drink in her spare time.
Hvad er det, der ligger der?
I'm guessing Evelyn hadn't held down a job for quite some time before she was killed.
What exactly did Evelyn work in the pictures?
Ah, film studio.
She worked in legal copyrights for music.
Er det ikke relevant, eller hvad? Åbenbart ikke. Okay.
What do you think?
Question the owner. He must know something.
Det var lige det, jeg skulle til at spørge dig. Jeg skulle spørge dig om, hvad du synes. Contact with victim, Mr. Robbins.
We're trying to account for Evelyn's movements yesterday.
She came by in the morning.
A social visit? To pick up some of her things?
She had a couple of bucks and bought a quart of rye.
Han har hjulpet hende, så jeg tror ham faktisk. Han har ladet hende bo her, selvom hun ikke har noget hjem. Så jeg tror ham.
Any idea where the money came from?
She didn't mention it. But she did say the booze was a present for a boy. She said they had been fighting and she had to make it up to him.
Okay. Relationship?
Were you and Evelyn close, Mr. Robbins?
Many people will be sad she's gone. I'll be one of the few.
Jeg tror ham.
We got the impression that Evelyn had been sleeping rough of late.
It became difficult for me to have her staying here. Her mother was trying to get her back on the straight and narrow. She's old now. And to be honest, you have to have a good reason to want to get back on.
Okay. Knowledge of McCaffrey?
Do you know a friend of Evelyn's by the name of McCaffrey?
Not personally.
Han kigger væk.
We're struggling for leads, Robbins. Did she know McCaffrey?
She idolized him.
Okay.
From what I gather, the feeling was far from mutual. He seems to peddle a revolutionary stance, fixing the ills of society. You could see how it would appeal to down-and-outs like Evelyn.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Robbins.
No
Vi skal
problem.
lige tilbage og snakke med McAfee.
Hey, I'd like to make arrangements for the funeral. You think I could get in touch with Evelyn's mother?
Put in a call to the watch commander at Central Station, Mr. Robbins. He'll be trying to reach the next of kin.
Thanks.
Nice. Nej, pænt gjort af
Get
ham.
the guy, huh?
Vi vil gøre vores bedste.
Evelyn never hurt anybody.
Okay. Vi skal lige tilbage til...
Can you drive to this one?
Baren igen der.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Car 11K, Car 11 King, come in. Car 11K, Car 11 King, KGPL.
11 King.
A message from Captain Donnelly, return to Central, go to.
11 King, in or out? Let's not keep the man waiting, Phelps.
Jo, lige nu må han vente, for vi skal lige... Jeg skulle ikke derover. Jeg vil skide på, hvor han vil hen. Jeg vil snakke med ham der.
Hey, I gave his wife a tap.
You can drive.
Hallo?
Where exactly are we going?
Vi skal tilbage. Fucking games on rails. Nå, så må vi... Hvad skal vi herhen efter? Nå, lad os se, hvad han vil. Watch commanderen her.
Captain is downstairs with Ray Pinker and Carruthers.
What's this about, Captain?
Ray and Mal have some concerns over the Henry and Muller cases, which I don't want aired outside of this room.
The evidence is solid, Captain.
I agree, Rusty. It's just that corpses keep piling up.
Copycats.
I've been banging the same drum. But the notes and the lipstick messages.
Evelyn Summers, Cartel Classic Carmine. Each woman, same brand, same color.
Teresa Terrelson didn't have a lipstick message.
Technically, you're right, Rusty. She didn't have any lipstick, but she did have a message. We found it beneath her dress, scraped with a sharp stick.
What did it say?
You sure you want to know?
Ray?
As far as we can be sure, it said cunt BD.
Oh, shit.
That's one way of looking at it.
Looking at what?
Cunt is all about access, Phelps. You're married, so yours is mortgaged. Some of us like to pay by installments. This guy doesn't like to pay at all.
Why are you so angry, Mal?
Because I just had to fire one of my assistants. He was a friend of Jameson's. God knows what he might have been up to.
Captain, we have good leads in the Summers case, but it's up to you to decide how we proceed.
Keep this under your hat for now. And to follow up on Evelyn Summers, I want daily reports.
Og det der Cunt BD, det fandt vi faktisk på en af vores første sager. Der fandt vi faktisk det skrevet, så der er altså et link.
Back to the Summers case. Get an address for McCaffrey. He'll have blown the bar. I'll meet you outside.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address for a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Apartment 6, 126 Yale Street, between Ord and Alpine.
Thanks, ma'am.
Let me pose a question.
Depends. What you got to do with?
Morals. Would it bother you to put the wrong person away?
Depends.
On what?
On whether anyone except the poor son of a bitch in the slammer ever found out.
Fair nok, men stadigvæk sindssygt at gøre det på den måde, Rusty. Vi skal altså lige hen til bowlingbanen, inden vi lige afslutter det her. Jeg vil have alle case notes ned. Jeg skal være sikker på, at det her er den rigtige person, jeg smider i fængsel.
Hello, Rusty. Two on your usual lane?
I'm Detective Phelps. Homicide.
You must be new. What's your shoe size?
This is business, Florence. You got a guy works here by the name of Tiernan?
Sure we do. He's a pin setter. Clears the jams, works the gutters. Go right in. He'll be hopping around the lanes toward the back. He's a nice boy.
Thanks, ma'am. Let's go get him.
Flygter han lige der?
He's a bit of a lover boy.
Det lå til, han lige flygtede der.
Tiernan! LAPD!
Han tager bilen.
There!
Nice car. Jeg kommer til at smadre den så meget.
What are you waiting for? Get after him!
We might go faster if we weren't carrying the extra weight. These are flashy cars to be parked outside a bowling alley.
The lanes attract a fast-living individual with money to burn.
Or a middle-aged individual with the need to feel virile.
Den er alt for sindssyg, den bil her jo.
Come on, Phelps, you're losing that little weasel. Another runner. Well, at least we've got a suspect.
Why do they always run? I'm sure we've got the wrong person in more than one of these homicides, but they always seem to lam it.
You know, your theories are not airtight. You know what I mean?
If this isn't the killer, we can at least get him for reckless endangerment.
That's unless he runs into a wall and saves us all the trouble.
Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close. Hit him, Cole. Spit him out. I'll try to shoot out his tire.
That is the end of that. It's about
Sådan
fucking
der. Bum.
time.
Så er det slut, kammerat.
Show me your hands.
Hvor fanden løb han? Vi skal lige til McAfee's apartment, inden vi skal til politistationen. Lad os se. Nummer 6.
McCaffrey is in apartment 6.
Ved man, han er hjemme? 5 til 6. Der. Hallo?
Doesn't look like anybody's home.
Så åbner vi bare døren på den rigtige måde. Halvdelen af det andet brev. Take too long before headed I have the things back. You're old with a lock, the door, privacy. You can come home as you please. We'll carry, return to us normal life. I'll dress and change. I cannot, but wait, as consider, have said you very much, and every night you are safe. That the day between us will be mended. Det var lige en hurtig skimterætning, og det var fra Augusta Sommers. Højst sandsynligt hendes mor.
At the very least, I'd say it ties McCaffrey to the scene.
Yep. Ej, det var ikke så godt.
He said he was at home. He said he didn't know her. And we have the book.
Let's see Carruthers argue his way out of this one.
Ja, det synes jeg også. Den er lidt svær for ham.
Is that you, Grosvenor? Who are you guys? What are you doing in here?
We're from the LAPD, ma'am. Do you know where we might find McCaffrey?
I'm his neighbor. Is he in trouble?
Look, lady,
En lille smule.
we need to
En
find
lille
him
bit
and in a
smule.
hurry. Are you going to give me trouble?
He has a pigeon coop up on the roof. He spends his mornings up there when he's been drinking.
How do we get up there?
Down the hall and up the stairs.
Drunk and in command of a carrier pigeon. Surely we can write him up for that. A citation at least.
Der må være et eller andet mere, vi kan tage ham på her. Åbenbart ikke. Men vi har rimelig meget bevis på, at det er ham, fordi at han er rimelig fucked med den der skjorte og det der tire-iron, der ligger der. Nogle gange så er de simpelthen for dumme, de der mennesker, at de ikke kan slippe af med beviserne. Vejen op er den her vej. Var han? Ha! Så stikker han nok af.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Running
on Idiot.
hangover, McCaffrey. Sit down and we'll talk.
Son of a bitch. I'll go get our wheels.
Hvor blev han af? Der. Kom tilbage, jeg er ikke færdig med at smide dig ud.
You a runner, McCaffrey? Stay and fight the good fight.
Be careful, he looks dangerous.
I'm the dangerous one. Kom så her, du.
There he is, officer.
No shit.
Give it up, LAPD.
Kom nu her. Tackle, 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 tackle.
McCaffrey, you're under arrest on suspicion of murdering Evelyn Summers.
Slask.
We need to get downtown and wrap this thing up. It's got to be McCaffrey. Unless Tiernan set him up. You don't think that asshole Jameson could have done it, do you? Whoever did it. So what's that Dahlia fuck?
How do you know that McCaffrey didn't do the Dahlia?
We have a list of over 200 suspects. His name was never on it.
If you think the list is exhaustive, Rusty, who am I to argue?
Listen, let's just work the case at hand, shall we? Then we can sit down and put all the puzzle pieces together in a later date.
I'll hold you to that.
You sure you can make it stick with one of these suspects, gentlemen?
It's either McCaffrey or Tiernan, sir. I think Jameson is an aberration.
All right. I'll deal with that degraded lunatic myself. He's got some fearful retribution coming. Tiernan isn't one, McCaffrey isn't two. I want a confession from one of them. Don't fail me, young Phelps.
Sådan som det ser ud lige nu, synes jeg, at vi har ikke rigtig noget bevis på, at det er ham, der arbejder i bowlingklubben, men de kan begge to være involveret ved at, sige som sagt, ja, de er højst sandsynligt begge to involveret, men det er jo den sidste, vi fangede her, McCaffrey, der for alvor har problemer, for vi har fundet hans blodige skjorte og det her jern, som vi også så i starten af videoen. Det er altså højst sandsynligt ham, men vi snakker med dem begge to.
Hey,
lad os starte med Tyrion.
Cole, let's get moving.
Shut the fuck up. Hvem er herinde? Det er Tyrion. Lad os snakke med ham først.
Why did you run, Tiernan?
I was the last one to see Evelyn that night. I knew you would think it was me.
Can you describe your relationship with Evelyn?
I barely knew Evelyn.
Er en løgn.
Keep lying to me and I'll have you charged and in front of a grand jury before your feet touch the ground.
How can you possibly prove Evelyn and I were more than friends?
Har vi virkelig ikke noget på ham? Jeg er ret sikker på, at vi havde noget på ham.
Is standing around saying nothing, is this some kind of mental torture?
Vi har faktisk slet ikke noget på ham. What the hell? Vi mangler et eller andet. Lad os bare sige... Lad os bare tage den. Det er ikke det rigtige, men det er den, vi
so
tager.
hard to believe? A man and a woman getting along, liking each other, just as friends.
Nå, vi tager den næste.
Aristotle's Metaphysics, the book that belonged to McCaffrey.
McCaffrey saw her looking at her once and laughed in her face.
And you're saying Evelyn stole it.
She wanted something of his.
Det passer ikke.
We either hang this on you or McCaffrey. You better give us
Altså,
something.
han er fuld af løgn uanset hvad. Han ved, hvem hun er.
Well, McCaffrey's been in trouble with the law before. I mean, he always makes out it was some kind of labor dispute, but, you know, I'm not so sure.
Okay. Alibi for James.
You and Evelyn were drinking together last night, and she had no other place to stay.
I don't know what happened last night. I don't remember.
Nej, du var æskehamrende stiv. Det er løgn.
You're lying, Tiernan. You'd been fighting with her. You fought, and...
I'm not lying! She got up and left! That was it!
Har vi ikke den der? Den må altså være den rigtige. Det var
She
den
left,
også.
but she came back. She bought you a quart of whiskey to make it up to you. She told the liquor store owner. You're in deep trouble, buddy.
She said she loved me. She wanted to care for me. But she would never stop talking about McCaffrey. McCaffrey was a writer, McCaffrey was a hero, McCaffrey cared for the little guy.
Did you kill her, Tiernan?
I might as well have. I kicked her out. She had nowhere to go.
Okay. Access to murder weapon?
Do you own a car, Tiernan?
No, I don't.
Have access to a lug wrench?
No, we use a lot of them to clear jams in the pin setting machines.
Han kigger væk. Det er en doubt.
Coroner's report says that Evelyn was killed with a wrench. I think you did it and then planted the evidence at McCaffrey's apartment for us to find.
We went to his apartment. McCaffrey was up on the roof. Evelyn stole the book. McCaffrey went crazy when he found out. He said he would put her out of her misery. He can be very cruel.
Evelyn was missing a ring from her right hand.
That's strange. She always wore it. A big black circular disc with a white E in the middle. It was made from an old typewriter key, a present from the prop department.
Ikke noget, vi har set.
We're going to talk to McCaffrey. You need to think about what you've told us, Tiernan.
Den ring har vi
You're
ikke
not in the
set.
clear.
Lad os gå ind og snakke med ham, det højst sandsynligt er.
You ready to answer some questions?
You think I have all the answers?
People who run from the police usually have something to hide.
Touché, detective. Let's see where this takes us.
Relationship with victim.
You told us you barely knew Evelyn Summers.
She hung around sometimes. I had very little to do with her.
Det kan jeg se på Phelps, at det er en løgn. Så det siger vi nej.
You have to do better than that, Grosvenor. We know about you and Evelyn.
Evelyn was a lush, and a boring one at that. You can't link her to me.
Vi har hans bog. Ja, hans navn stod i hendes affekter.
We know that you thought enough of her to loan out your copy of the Metaphysics.
I what? I did no such thing. That bitch stole that book from my apartment. The impudent fucking moron.
And that made you angry?
Angry? I was livid. Looking up at me with that stupid face of hers, begging me to forgive her. Aha. Very good. That's one to you, detective.
Alibi.
Evelyn died sometime around midnight. Remind me, where were you?
I was at home, writing. I'm working on a manuscript.
Det kan godt være, at du er en udmærket skribent, men du er en fucking dårlig løgnhals.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You were out at the rail yard.
And what do you have that proves I was there?
How about half of Augusta Summers' last correspondence with her daughter?
What are you talking about?
After you were done beating Evelyn, you searched her and found her mother's letter. That old lady's anguish amused you.
I know nothing about a letter or Evelyn's goddamn mother.
So what was it doing on your writing desk?
I don't know, but if I didn't put it there, somebody else did. Try exercising your powers of deduction on that.
Tie iron?
We found the lug wrench that Evelyn was battered with in your apartment, and the note from her mother, and your blood-stained clothing. We have you cold, McCaffrey.
You think if I could be bothered to murder Evelyn Summers, I would be stupid enough to leave the evidence in my apartment?
Smug face. Vi har straight up Vi har
I don't believe you, Grosvenor. The evidence says that you killed her.
You can prove that I wanted to kill Evelyn?
Vi har den her, hans testimony.
Tiernan is prepared to testify that you threatened Evelyn's life in his presence.
Self-preservation. That's understandable. Okay, I'll level with you. Tiernan killed Evelyn. He came to me for help. I listened to him, and he explained why he did it.
Tiernan went to you for help. You expect me to buy that?
That's how it went down. I told him he made a terrible mistake, but he would be throwing his life away if he went to the cops. I took his things and told him I would dispose of them.
But you didn't. Because you're stupid.
Speak to Tiernan. He'll give it up.
Okay.
It's either going to be you or Tiernan, Grosvenor.
Lad os lige snakke med ham den anden
Make it
først.
stick, detective. The party has good lawyers.
Lad os lige snakke med Tyrion igen. Den er helt sikker, at det er en af dem.
You spoken to McCaffrey? I can go, it's all been cleared up?
Not quite. We have one more question we need to ask, James. Then I think we will be done.
Sure. Go ahead.
Events to prior to murder.
So Evelyn passed out, and you walked out. What happened next?
I woke up in the morning, very hungover. I thought Evelyn would have come back.
Hans øjne er ud over det hele. Han kigger ikke på os. Ej, der er altså et eller andet her, der ikke passer. De er totalt på skideren begge to. Jeg er nødt til at sige løgn, men jeg er ikke sikker på, om vi ved præcis hvad her.
Lying, James. You went out looking for her. Tell me what really happened.
I don't know what you're talking about. How can you say I wasn't in that hotel room?
You wound up at McCaffrey's. You were still incredibly drunk. You passed out on his floor. It's time to tell me what really happened.
McCaffrey woke me up the next morning, and he showed me the lug wrench and the letter and the box, and he said I came in with him last night. He said that I killed Evelyn, and that it was all over the radio, and that he would protect me. And I don't know, detective, for the life of me, I can't remember a goddamn thing. And I was angry with her. Really angry. I could have done it. Was it me?
Jeg har lige fundet ud af, om vi har et spørgsmål mere på den anden side. Han har slået hende ihjel, mens han var æskestiv. Lad os se her, om der er et eller andet, der falder på plads nu her. Jeg er virkelig i tvivl her, folkens, hvem fanden det er, der har gjort det. Alle beviserne peger på, at det er idioten, der har glemt at fjerne det i lejligheden. Men er det den anden, er det den tidlige kæreste, der har slået hende ihjel? Han virker oprigtig ked af det. Ham her, han virker iskold. Jeg er nødt til at gå med ham, der virker ishamrende kold. Vi tager ham her. Om det er så forkert, det ved jeg ikke, men vi gør sådan her.
Grosvenor McCaffrey, I'm charging you with the murder of Evelyn Summers. She was a sad lady who never hurt anyone except herself. I hope God finds a way to forgive you.
Congratulations, boys, you bagged the fine catch. Another red to boot. Grand. Now, I want you to put this business about a repeat offender out of your mind. This McCaffrey creature shows no remorse, and neither will the grand jury. You would have to walk a long mile to find a better candidate for an
Godt,
unmarked
okay. Kaptajnen er glad. Jeg er glad. Jeg synes, den var svær, den her, folkens. Jeg synes faktisk, den var svær. Okay. Vehicle damage 4000. Jeg lavede nogle... jeg har klippet lidt væk. Der var langt at køre imellem de her destinationer her. Den ene han boede i den ene ende af byen, og den anden han boede i den anden ende af byen, så det er ret vildt, at de kendte hinanden. Men der var nogle påkørsler undervejs. Så 4000 i vehicle damage. og 317 i city damage. Ikke så mange injuries, og Cross Never McCaffrey can write a tell-all memoir from the cell on death row. Sådan. Case closed. Vi manglede et rigtigt svar, ellers så havde vi alt korrekt. Ganske udmærket. Folkens, med det, så var det dagens episode her, L.A. Noire. Jeg håber, I hyggede jer sammen med mig igen i dag, hvor vi altså har endnu opklaret en sag her i 50'erne. Slut 40'erne, tror jeg faktisk, vi er i. Lige efter krigen her i L.A., Los Angeles. Folkens, vi ses igen på næste tirsdag til mere af det her fantastiske spil, L.A. Noire, som jeg virkelig glæder mig til. Rygtet siger, at Phelps, han måske bliver forfremmet næste episode. Om det taler sandt, det må vi se. Indtil da, folkens, så husk selvfølgelig at like videoen. Husk at subscribe. Husk, der er masser af content lige på kanalen. Klik på nogle af de videoer, du ser lige nu her på skærmen. Til vi ses igen, folkens, så må I have det helt fantastisk. Hej hej.